So today we are back with the what could only be described as the shadow of the former Sith Empire. Hi, it's Etharal here, and today we're back once again with our Stellaris Galaxy Divided mod. Things went less than smoothly in the last episode. We were near enough completely destroyed by the Republic. We did manage to sort of limp on against the Bothans and Naboo, and we did finally bring them down, although very, very painfully. You can see here that their fleet power is pathetic against us now, and we have managed to build our fleets back up, but we are still very much in the process of getting them to anywhere near what they could be considered as sort of a useful force, really. You know, we're sitting on about 55 to 60 or so. And while that's, it does sound good, when you're looking at things like the combined might of the Republic with the Corellians here, it just adds up to, 250,000, 500,000 isn't enough. And we're really struggling. We did manage to grab the Bothans, as I mentioned. So we do have, if I load up the situation log, here it is. We're back up to only 147 planets of the 220 that we need. We're still, 70 off from actually being able to use that really very much. So we are very much at the minute now sort of stuck. That war against the Bothans, it dragged on for a lot of years. We did finally manage to, force them back though. And I'm thinking that these guys could be our next target, the Kimorans? Council of Camino. However we're going to pronounce that, I don't know. But we would need to look at, there's this over here, to try and sort of jump in. Oh, we've got some research. Minerals, brilliant. One of the big things that I was struggling with. What's this? A dangerous technology, highly advanced robots that are stronger, faster, and more durable than the vast majority of organics. With their upgraded neural process, they are fully capable of independent operations. We're going to avoid that. Right. So we're going to go for this, the explosive attack speed one. The reason being is because with our newest battleship design, the Victory class, here it does use rockets and it does use autocannons. Actually, the mega cannon would probably have been the better one to go with. But you know what? So this new one doesn't actually use any lasers. It's just something I've been experimenting with to try and sort of see how that works. Here, I mean, unfortunately, we can't get the better sort of sensors. Better sensor, not the end of the world, of course. Impulse thrusters. What are these? Advanced AI, weapon damage. That one would bring sentient combat computers, advanced combat, so weapon damage. That will actually increase our fire rate, and that one weapon damage would reduce, but chance to hit and tracking would increase with the precognitive interface. Unfortunately, we are now limited very, very much by the simple fact that we do not have the energy on these ships to be able to actually upgrade them much further, which is a problem and a big shame. Although, we've got an awful lot there. We're getting some more energy credits. What is this? Diplomatic insult from the United Wookiee clans. Right. So, the Wookiees, where are you? You're not happy with us, probably understandable. Thankfully, they are pathetic when compared to us, so we're going to have to really be very careful here. I think what we want to do is I want to take some time, and before we attack Camino, we build back up the Dark Fleet and the First Naval Fleet, and where is it? The 15th Korriban Fleet. We've got a lot of fleets, basically. I'm sure I had Fleet Vengeance as well. Yeah, we're going to name this one as Fleet Vengeance, just because as sort of a memory to, so Vengeance. And that's hopefully spelt right. I really hope it is. If not, then that's a bit embarrassing. Which one's this? Fleet Vengeance here. So basically, Fleet Vengeance is going to be the one that, it stands as our memorial to always remember exactly what happened. We're going to sit here on the borders, though, for the minute. We're going to keep a track on how is the 15th Fleet doing. Brilliant. Yeah, so that one, it's only sort of 4 ships, so it's not a big one just yet. Energy credits, brilliant. Right, so that's always good. An extremely rare one. And Guardian Point Defense, construction times. what is this? Empire construction times. Proton torpedoes. Let's go for the torpedoes. There we go. Oh, and we've got a new ship as well. Now, we've got plenty of resources, so we are actually going to go to Zyos, and we are going to tell Zyos to build us a sovereign, 2 sovereign classes, and 4 victory, and then 4 Azrael classes. We're going to try and sort of split our forces up a little bit rather than just relying entirely on the battleships, although battleships, they are certainly very good. We're going to go for this one, 2 sovereign classes, 2 victory classes, so that's 4. So these would need to be 8. Is that right? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. So we don't have quite enough to get all of our cruisers yet, but I'm trying to add in some destroyers, and I'm even considering some corvettes, a little bit. Considering them a little bit, not massively, but the reason why I'm considering the corvettes and that is because they're quite simply, they're faster, so we can sort of use them, the idea being at least to sort of to harrow and annoy basically these other guys, and then once we've, annoyed them a little bit, we can sort of basically use it as a way to try and, what use? United Suns. That's annoying. So, liberate, fight at war with loads of people to try and liberate. Who are you? An Axis Commonwealth, and they are part of a federation. They are part of the federation as well. Who are those? The Achania insulting us. Everybody is just insulting us. These guys, thankfully, they're pathetic in terms of military, and we could declare war on them, and that would only be them and Taris. The problem with that, however, is while we could attack Taris, we actually couldn't get to the Achani because, well, this way is blocked, and this way is blocked. So it wouldn't really work now, would it? Right, what's that? Somewhere's building some stuff, so that's all great. It's going to be quite a long one, I suspect, to get all of this sorted. But once we are all sorted, brilliant. How are you doing? You're building a load of ships at the minute, so you're going to be hopefully getting these forces back up to where they really should be. And Zyast, what are you on? Right, so you're building a load of those. I can't really remember exactly where it was that we were and what it was exactly that we were doing. Sovereign and then 2 victory by the looks of things. Yep, so this is the Azraels. And then can we get them yet? We probably can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And each of them only takes a month to build, so they're really, really quick. Let's just have a quick check on our planets as well and see how our planets are doing. They're all fully upgraded. Oh, speak of the devil. They're not apparently all fully upgraded. There was Camden 3 that we could upgrade. Ursus, any other planets? Not really, no. And we'll have a look and see, is there any planets that we could colonize? I suspect probably not, if I remember rightly. I think I've done the last real sort of phase of peaceful expansion that we're going to be able to do. If anybody can see any, of course, do be sure to let me know. It would be really useful to grab an extra couple of planets to really strengthen out our people. Yes, no, there's nowhere new that we can colonize. Well, that's a big shame. It would be really useful if we could have colonized some places. But, oh well, that can't really be helped, unfortunately. Right, so let's keep an eye out on how our fleets are doing. These fleets are getting quite big. This is, come on, click down to it. Yep, there we go. Right, so this fleet here, so this is the 15th Korriban fleet, is going to go over to the Dark fleet. So yep, we'll pop you down to there, which will pop this fleet to over 30,000. So this one and the fleet Vengeance, however, apparently naval capacity, larger usage, more capacity than smaller ships. So, right, yeah, that doesn't really mean anything. So this fleet, actually, the Dark fleet, and that is going to go back to being actually about what it needs to be, and then we're just going to be kind of sort of sat around waiting for these other fleets, which is a big shame. I will just take the time as well to mention, while we're having a bit of downtime, I have actually launched a Patreon account. If anybody does want to go and check that out, be much appreciated. It allows me to sort of give a lot more to use, so do be sure to go and check that out. I'll pop it down in the link below. Right, so anyway, getting back to this, let's... Oh, more research. What's that? Better proton torpedoes, neutron torpedoes. And what is this? Empire modifier, shield, hit points, or a tachyon laser. What is that? 92 months and 92 months. We're going to have to go for the defense. We're going to have to boost to our defenses, really, aren't we? A lot of people are using a lot of lasers, so I think that that'll be a good one to do. How are we also doing in terms of our Sith fleet that we're building back up? If we were to unback all these, what are these? Each one of these is equivalent to 100. We're going to get 10 of them, so that'll be 1,000. Right, so that should really boost back up our strength. We do have this assault battalion, which I believe, I'm guessing, was from somebody else, because I don't recognize those ships. They actually, let's go and have a quick check. So, oh god, way too close there. Right, use, embark all of yous. Is it the same guys? Actually, it looks like it is the same type of ships. Fair enough. I didn't realize. I thought maybe we'd grab them when, you know, we've integrated some people or something like that. And on that note, actually, I do believe that we should have some people that we can integrate. Do we? No, we don't, apparently. It'd be useful if I could find where our various vassals are. Look at those demographics. Right. What is that? Create a vassal. Well, we don't want to create a vassal. We could create a vassal. There's a lot of ones that we could create. Mitigation speed, ethical diversion, minus 20%. So people do not want to. Happiness plus 2%. And that will go up once we're no longer humiliated. Energy credits. Overall is plus 20% minerals and food. So we get a lot of stuff. That's great. Now, our demographics is across 136 worlds. We do have more worlds, so apparently vassals do contribute to them. Vishit, how old is he? He's 300. Vishit not dying anytime soon. He is immortal. So yeah, lifespan plus 9,000. Fair enough. Monthly influence. Wow, he adds a lot. I've never really dug into this, I've got to admit. More leaders, factions, strategic resources. Amount. We have all of the strategic resources that we could potentially get. Expansion planner, policies and edicts. Is there any? Probably not. All of that stuff, more than happy to have that. Artificial intelligence, aggressive. What's this? Natural selection. And what is this? Leader skill levels, +1. So that just plain makes us better. No voting, resettlement, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we'll keep all that. Drone bounty. What does this do? Energy credits. Per fleet defeated, 50. Well, energy credits are plus 15, not a massive amount. What would that do? The Grand Fleet. Ooh. Upgrade cost, repair speed increases. Fleet capacity, yeah, not really a useful one. Engineering research grants, information quarantines, all those stuff, not really very useful. Happiness, energy credits, and wow, energy credits and minerals. That would cost lots. Edict, centralization, republic. This gives modifiers to an empire as a whole and can be enabled. Don't know what that does. Don't really care. So, we're just kind of waiting now, unfortunately, for a little bit. I want to know what your ideas for what you think a good plan would be. Let's have a look. When can we integrate these? In about 4 years until we can integrate the bottoms. When we can integrate the bottoms, however, you can see there, another planet. And actually, on that note, civilian ships, you.
Research complete.
Right, this planet here. Why can we not? Alright, that's why, because it's inside another empire's borders. Right, so, that's a bit pointless. Let's jump back to Droman Cass. Let's go to, where is it? The science ship. Assist research to boost the research a little bit. And what's that? Explosive weapons. Brilliant, so better explosive weapons. Flak artillery, whirlwind missiles. Let's go for the whirlwind missiles. Not for any reason, really, other than it sounds cool. Here you can see as well Gaia creation, so we could terraform planets absolutely brilliantly. We're not going to, but, you know, we could. And that's the important thing. Let's have a look at species as well. Now, if we were to go to, you know, this and then jump down to the, where are they? The Sith, organized by species name. Yep, there we go. There they are, the Sith. Let's suppose we were to modify them. We have got 2 traits that we could add. So what would we like to add? Intelligent would be useful. Extremely habitable, not really all that useful. Habitable, that would work. Charismatic. Communal. Is there anything here? Right. Enduring. And also as well, venerable. No real point in those. Rapid breeders, no. Skill levels +1. That one would be nice. Quick learners, minerals, energy credits. I'm not going to lie, it's the energy credits one that I'm thinking might be the best one to go with. What is this? No. I don't know why. Fair enough. But +15. So that one, natural socialists, adaptive. Where is it? This one, see, engineering output. So we could get quite a big chunk of extra research from getting that one across our whole species. Not going to, of course, but you know, I'm thinking rapid breeders, aggregation, energy. I'm thinking that we add in that. If we were to select all, however, how long would that take? Modify. What does that do? So time project, modify the Sith species. Okay. And how long will that take? Absolute months. 98 months. So that'll take years, but basically in that time we are not going to be getting this, but we are modifying the Sith species. So if we modify the Sith species, that we should see a rather large increase to our energy credits, which at the minute, admittedly, that does not look like it's all that much. But it will be a pretty big thing when we do get it, because as our fleets get bigger, it is getting harder and harder to actually be able to do this. So what we may need to do as well, though, is let's have a look at our demographics. So the Sith are probably the biggest portion. Then, actually, no, the Sith are not. The Imperials and the Chiss actually make up a larger portion than the Sith. So it might be worth modifying the Imperials and the Chiss as well. That's going to take a long time, and, you know, depending on how we split them, we could probably think about this a little bit smarter, but we're not going to. Instead, we are going to raise up all of the Sith first and foremost. Right, so let's see how this is going as well. Right, so that has now built enough, basically. And those two fleets are now together, so let's merge these fleets. So that now is a 33 strength 1,000 fleet. Brilliant. Right, how is Droman Cass doing? That one is still building. This one is still building as well. So we're going to go to Thura. And you on Thura, we're going to jump you over to Drummond Cass. And when they're at Drummond Cass, we'll add those two together. So that's a 10,000 strength fleet. And then once they're at a 10,000 strength fleet, plus some, you know, so we can get up to like 90,000 strength. 90,000, not massive. What is this? War declaration between the Brental houses and the Achani. That's not really much of a benefit to us, but it's still nice to know about. How are we doing compared to you guys? Their fleet power is now inferior to us. So our scientists requested a science ship to help them gather specimens. Right. So issue special project. Right. So what is this? Probe alien species. Go to that. And then what we will do is we will send, where is this? The science ship. Research that project. How long is that going to take you to get there? Quite a fair while, actually. So fair enough. But once you're over there, that'll be hopefully something new to get. So let's have a quick check over this. To gather test subjects from native civilization. After tests have been subjects, they will be returned with no memory of the experience. Okay, fair enough. What's this? A mineral formation, homes, holograms, grained from that, similar but shared data. Where is that? Go to that. We really probably should go look at actually trying to do some of these, but, you know, effort required is just far too much. And I'm probably, you know, I'm forgetting about them. Oh, God, what the hell was that? Right. Wow. That is, yeah. We're going to just pause this and go and have a look at that. So who is this fleet? This is the Republic's fleets. Yep. As always, of course, it's the Republic. 30,000, 16 and 15. We couldn't even rival that right now. Let's be honest. So we are in a little bit of a sticky situation in terms of getting our fleets up. And we need to get our fleets up, really, don't we? But let's jump over as well, see how is modifying species going. We've already done about a year of it, so actually that hasn't taken as long as we were really expecting. But I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to probably jump ahead a little bit, and then I'll come back to this, give you again a bit of an update when and as sort of everything is going. If you do want to see, hopefully, the Sith return to fame, do be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. As always, I've been Etharal here for eGen, and I shall see you next time.